What's up, violins? Today we're going to be doing a test for Xenia on whether attack speed shoulder or HP shoulder is more efficient on her. So I planned on actually doing this a little bit on a personal note, but when I finally did it, I was actually recording this while I was at work and just kind of going through it without really looking at the total results because I just honestly didn't have time to write anything down. But when I was finished and I got home and I started looking over it and writing it down, I was really shocked at what happened in the end and just how effective the both are in their roles, whether it's attack speed or HP percent. And like I said, it just shocked me so much. I really ended up wanting to share this with you guys. So this was a personal project I was doing for myself, because when I actually built my Xenia the first time, I only had her on triple vital, attack speed, HP, and that's because I just didn't have a vital HP percent shoulder to give her. And then when I 6-starred her, I switched her over to Adept gear. She's currently on Adept Broken. I do want her on Adept Vital. But again, I didn't have a HP percent Adept or HP percent any broken set actually that was HP percent that had good accuracy on it. So what I decided to do was do this test on whether, attack speed was really efficient or if I was just really messing up my Xenia. So I decided to do these runs. I did about 5 runs each on a consecutive run. As you can see, the only thing I've actually cut out of these runs is the mob waves as well as the drops, because the mobs are just mobs. My Sigrun actually just wipes them out in under a minute. So that's really boring to watch as well. And just seeing what my drops are really wasn't efficient for this video. It would have just taken more time if I had kept them in. But while this run is going, I do want to talk about attack speed a little bit. Attack speed is one of the hardest things to build in this game, in my opinion, because if your champion has 1.55 or above speed, then yes, attack speed can be useful for them if you can get substats on every piece of gear. Any champion that has below 1.55 attack base speed is not going to do well on attack speed, because you're just going to have to focus too heavily on that attack speed. So some champions I do want to point out on that would really do well with attack speed other than Xenia are of course going to be Sigrun, Blade Masters, or any Valkyrie besides Sigrun. But Sigrun, I believe, will do the best because she does some extremely good burst healing. The Sharks, when they get buffed, will do really well when they have attack speed on them as well, because they do awaken into 1.64 attack speed, and if they keep that on them as one of the awakening or ascensions, then as well as the new crit rate, then that will be really good. And if not, they still have a base attack speed of 1.55. Fairies also will do extremely well as damage dealers on attack speed, because they have the highest attack speed base in the game once they're ascended at 1.92. as well as a few other champions that are at 1.77, such as Fox Assassins, and I believe, I can't recall who it is, so I'm not going to even mention them, but there is a few other champions out there that have a 1.77 attack speed, and it's most commonly going to be Assassins. So that is the 5th and final run for attack speed Xenia. I'm about to show you the final results. Her final results for her heal are at 912k, her total defense break at 229, and a total run time of 7 minutes even. So this is going to be going into the HP percent Xenia test. One thing I do want to mention also while I'm thinking of it is when I was doing the attack speed Xenia test, my Monoswit had been just recently 6-starred. So during those 5 runs, he went from level 29 to level 30. So he was still slightly above being a max 5-star, but not by much. During these runs, I had been running low on gold, trying to level up the HP percent shoulder so I could use for this test. So I actually took him into scenario and was just running scenarios with him to level him, solo level him, and so forth, and get some gold. And I ended up getting a super fuzzle puff, or whatever it is, the higher version of the training fuzzle puff, and I ended up feeding it to him, which brought him up to, I believe, level 52 or 53. So I expected these runs, honestly, to go a lot faster. Even though he's on an HP percent build, I figured it would make him still have just enough more damage to maybe cut down some of the time, but that was actually incorrect. These runs with her being on HP percent was actually longer. I'm not really sure why, but they averaged a longer time. One of the things also I want to mention during this HP percent Xenia test is that while she was able to keep a higher amount of HP or heals up, she does actually get the lowest heal out of the 2 builds, and I believe that is because she is able to keep my team up at a higher amount of HP overall, and this was a problem, honestly, in testing her, because I wasn't able to fully see how her heal was going to be effective. Her HP is actually, I think, only about 6k more than the attack percent or attack speed percent build. So it's really not that big of a difference, but I figured 6k in a game like this should still make a noticeable difference as well. Another thing, reason I believe this was kind of weird is because while she was keeping their HP healed above, above the red mark, I might as well say, nobody really goes into the red in this team except for maybe once or twice. While with the attack speed Xenia, it's rather common that my snake lady dies or something like that. She is not able to heal more than what their missing HP is. So when she heals her, for instance, if they're only missing 2 HP in total, she will only be able to heal that unit for 2 HP. So while the HP numbers or heal numbers are actually lower in the long run out of these 5 heals, I do feel like if the runs my champions were weaker in defense or had a higher HP pool, she still would have been able to pull out the higher heal amount. So this is going into the last final run of the HP percent Xenia. It shouldn't take no more than about 30 seconds to finish it off the boss or so. But as you can see, she's already got a 642k heal, total defense break of 119, and a 6 minute and 1 second total runtime using a team with a higher level Monos than what my attack speed percent Xenia was running. So in 1 second it'll pull up the final results and we'll see what she was able to do. And she had a 116k heal with a 30-second defense break, which is her highest defense break and her second highest heal in the runs. So these are her final results of a 758k heal, a defense break time of 1 minute 49 seconds, and a total run time of 7 minutes and 36 seconds. And these are the final results side by side, so you can see them. As you can see, the attack speed Xenia actually beat her in every aspect, which I was really surprised to see. So I do want you also to keep in mind that RNG is a part of the game, and however, during this test, the attack speed Xenia is a viable option if you are still able to get a solid amount of HP on her. So if you did like this video, guys, please hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel, because I will always be bringing out more content for you guys. And I shall see you in the next video.